päällä lakukastike maistuu parhaalta? Ei voi tietää, ellei kokeile. Kouvolan lakritsi.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to SportsGamer and our continued coverage of the ECL Elite Division postseason. Sin, it's good to be joined by you once again here. It's been few and far between this combination this season, but hey, we were able to make it work for today, and we have the conclusion coming up of our third out of 4 quarterfinal matchups as Mustaa take on the Blackjacks. It is a 2-0 series lead for Mustaa after the opening 2 games of this series. And we'll see if we have yet another quick quarterfinal matchup or if the Blackjacks are, well, the lone team so far to be able to push this series into deeper waters.
Yeah, it's been kind of a quarterfinals that's kind of gone one way in a lot of the series. A lot of these teams really cleaning up so far, and Mustaa in a great spot, but we know the Blackjacks, but they can push back, and they've definitely extended some series and been a tough beat pretty much all season and for seasons past. So we'll have to see what they do here.
Well, of course, we are going to look to get the action underway as soon as possible here, so we'll breeze through a couple of things early on. First and foremost, though, we'll look at the team stats over the course of these first 2 games before we talk about the lineups, and you get a look there at the differential, the 9 goals to 4 advantage for Mustaa, 50% on the power play, and as you can tell by the PK number there, well, they're 1 for 2 thus far, but good discipline from Mustaa, staying out of the box, and obviously we'll see if that continues. But Sin, the biggest talking point today is going to be, well, the lineup of the Blackjacks, right? Like, we're not going to be able to ignore a certain absence as we get a look at the lineups here for today's action, as the Blackjacks lineup obviously undergoing quite a bit of a change, as Villain will be slotted in on the left wing side, Angel Kuru stepping in down the middle, played just 4 regular season games. He will be joined by Timothy on the right. The absence, obviously, that being Kermit, who has faced disciplinary action and is suspended for the rest of the season. Of course, that story is up on sportsgamer.gg. But before we kind of go into talking about Angel Kuru or Villain as well and the position changes, the rest of the team, you have Tony and Psycho Skills on defense, Kosti in goal, and on the other side from Mustaa, Aro, Launinen, and Aulupekas, Noir Mise on defense, and Latve in goal. Let's talk about that center comparison, Angel Kuru and Launinen. And again, the first game of this postseason for Angel Kuru, and like I mentioned, Cindy played just 4 regular season games.
Yeah, and that's always a tough kind of position to come into, especially in a playoff settings. Now Launinen has been, solid all throughout the regular season, 54 points. And then here in the playoffs so far, 4 points, 2 points per game. It's the face-off percentage that kind of surprises me. He wasn't too bad in the regular season, just below that 50% mark. Has been struggling so far, but now he's facing a different center. So it could be a nice opportunity for him to kind of wipe the slate clean and try to just get his, help his team win some key draws.
And I mean, that's the big factor here as we talk about the wingers here next, right? Is, you look at Villain, who was playing center over those first 2 games, did a great job on the draws, but he is the one moving over, setting up Kuru down the middle. And of course, Villain with Timothy there as well. So it's just a really interesting set of changes that they have been forced into. On the other side, great start to the series for Aro and Alupekas.
Yeah, you definitely expect this from Otto. He's always an impact type player, and it seems like a lot of the offense going through the wings. So the defense of the Blackjacks definitely going to have their work cut out for them.
And of course, our defensive comparison here next, as we have Tony and Psycho Skills against Noir Yamal and Mise. And well, key for me here on this one has to be Psycho Skillson. He started off this season as top 5 in scoring, not just amongst defenders, but amongst all players. That pace continued to drop. 1 point in just the 2 games played. This is the moment where he needs to step up, especially with a big absence in their lineup.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's key moments like this where people have to step up and show really what they're made of.
And of course, the goaltending, a quick little look here because the teams have matched and are just about ready to go. Actually, we might not even be able to get that look. Nope, there we go. It is Kosti and Latve. Tremendous start to the series for Latve. Kosti, not too much he could do. Obviously, not too happy with those numbers. Not entirely his fault. Again, for the Blackjacks, they had a big lead in game number 2, and it's just one of those things where they weren't able to get things going. But it looks like we have a little bit of time here in terms of getting things underway compared to what we thought. You know, very, very difficult for us to avoid any connection issues when we start things off. Sin, any thoughts on the goalies or any thoughts in general you didn't get to mention as we thought we were going to get started sooner rather than later?
Yeah, it's for the Blackjacks, they got to be able to find a little bit of offense from some different places. Obviously, you had some pretty solid seasons as you were mentioning for Psycho Skills and Tony, but they haven't really quite got going in the postseason so far. It has only been 2 games. There's some time to turn it around. But that being said, you are in an 0-2 hole here, and things for Mustaa seem to be just kind of going the way that they want. The goaltending's been good. The defense looks good. Their wingers especially are scoring. The centerman stepping up. The only kind of blotch, on the paper so far that you can maybe even say is that face-off percentage for Launinen. But now, again, he's got a different opponent in the dot with Angel Kuru jumping in. He was pretty good in the regular season in those games he played. He had a 53.6% on the draws. So Launinen is going to have his work cut out for him. And yeah, that's really kind of what I'm looking for as a key in this matchup. How is Angel Kuru going to jump in and help out his team? And for Mustaa, it's a completely different look at the lineup. Maybe they've scouted, obviously a different lineup here. So it's kind of interesting how this is all going to pan out and how both of these teams adjust to the changes.
And of course, as we continue to wait for this to get underway, let's take a look at the entirety of the playoff picture here. Of course, we'll be covering this series until its conclusion, but we already have half of the semifinals stage set. Void to Maton knocking out Mythics essentially a week ago now in 5 games. And of course, yesterday or the day before, I should say, on Monday, we saw Totorit complete their series against Exen, winning that in 5 games as well. Of course, we have the battle of 3 versus 6 here. And then tomorrow, we wrap up the 1 versus 8 matchup as Parasite will take on Goons. So we'll see how that one plays out as well, and we'll see if the top seeds are able to advance in every single series. I mean, a bit further
Yeah.
down in the tiers, we've seen quite a few upsets, especially in Pro Division, but it hasn't quite happened here yet.
Yeah, and I was just gonna kind of point that out is that every single higher seed in their matchup has either won or has a very distinct advantage here, and kind of a bit curious given the fact of how kind of turbulent the regular season was, and certain teams making big surprises jump into the playoffs or being at a way higher seed than we would have predicted. But and sometimes you run into that thing with teams newer to the elite division. They get into the playoffs and maybe a higher seed, but then they kind of struggle from there. We simply haven't seen that so far from the likes of Totorit and Mustaa.
So again, we are just about ready to go here. As you can see, the teams taking to the ice as we get ready. Game number 3 of this best of 7 series, as Mustaa look to end this series quickly, as again, teams before them have been able to do. It is a tough spot for the Blackjacks to be in, to say the least, but we'll see what they can do with those lineup changes. We have the Road Greys in this one for the Blackjacks into the attacking zone early on. As Guru tries to pick a corner, second chance, that one denied as well. As we look, see again for Blackjacks, to find their way through. Walk down into the corner, Timothy gives chase. Back to the point for Psycho Skills, very strong start, poke check from Aro. Got to be careful here on this counterattack. Sent across. Good pick off by Tony.
Yeah, excellent read right there. But what a start for the Blackjacks so far. They've looked really in control of this game, still in possession now. It's really only just been that one counterattack from Mustaa. It's a really hot start. Good hit in the corner right there, but still, Blackjacks have it.
Threw down low. Back over for Timothy. Tried to go back around. Unable to recover along the half wall. Again, broken up. Here comes another counterattack as Alopekas times it well with Aro. He's not able to get it back to the point. Blackjacks again on the front foot. Only for Psycho Skills, the one-timer. Reflected by the traffic. Mariamal looking to find some space here. Strong opening 7.5 minutes here for the Blackjacks. One shot to show for it, though. There's a second. Good save by Latve. Alopekas has it knocked away by Tony, and Kultaa not able to get anything going here in the first half of this period.
No, absolutely not. They look a bit not so much out of sorts as just taken by surprise by how strong the Blackjacks have come in. That was a nice attempt at a sauce right there, but excellent position there by Nwari to pick that off.
Pickoffs, there's one for Villain trying to send Psycho Skills down the other way. He's hit at the line, and they'll be offside.
Maybe a bit of a fortunate offside right there for the Blackjacks. That puck was knocked loose at the line, and Otto had really almost had a chance to go all the way down and have maybe a partial breakaway right there. So maybe a bit of fortuitous whistle on the side of the Blackjacks.
Face off here, tie up for Angel Kuru. Aro, though, able to recover. And a good job by the Blackjacks denying sort of offensive foothold for Mustaa. Villain now. Left wing side goes back to the point for Tony. Bit too much traffic to have to weave his way through. As Alopekas pass off the mark. Launinen tried to sneak it in. Shot that at the outside of the cage, and Mustaa still without a shot registered on target.
Yeah, I was just kind of curious about that. I didn't see the ticker move in the top. I was like, oh man, did that really go off the side? It looked like their best chance of the game so far, but here they come again.
Aro centering feed just out of the reach of Launinen. As Misei, DDD one-timer, that one blocked in front. Psycho Skills works with Timothy, who tries the cut in. All just good job to take that one away. Misei looked to carry it himself and took a big hit from Villain as a result.
Yeah, this has been a very, very good start for the Blackjacks. They're great on their blue line, and on the rush, too. They're seeming to really have a relatively easy time beating the defenseman to the outside. As we saw in that last sequence, Timothy got into the zone. Couldn't get more from that, but he had a pretty easy skate into the zone here. We'll see if that kind of continues for the Blackjacks or if Mustaa is able to shore things up.
Timothy can't hold on to it through the triple team pressure. Angel Kuru drops off. Psycho Skills not able to get that shot through. Off by Amal, looking to lead things down the other way. Alopekas for Launinen tried the centering feed. Psycho Skills there to take that one away. We approach the final minute of play here in the first period. Strong start for the Blackjacks, but still just 2 shots on target in this game. Penalty called here. That strong start might not mean anything. As Misei back to the forehand. Launinen can't find the pass. 5.9 to go. Tony heading to the box for the Blackjacks.
Yeah, so at least, Blackjacks will be able to, well, hopefully split this kill up between 2 periods. You saw the trip right there just as they in the neutral zone trying to cross the line. So we'll see if Mustaa, maybe they have a face-off play in mind, but more than likely, we're going to be seeing this power play starting in the second period.
Here we go. Final moments of the period. Off face-off, a win, the odd angle one-timer, and that's a registered save. For Costi, the only of the period. As, again, decent start, but No goals to be found.
Yeah, got to be able to find the back of the net. They felt like they had all kinds of zone time and stuff like that, but then at the end, I think there's only 2, maybe 3 shots registered on the side of the blackjack. Got to get a few more looks.
Credit where it's due. There's a quite a few good
With
Yeah.
the zone entry percentage of success that the blackjacks have, and especially that first about 5 minutes of the game where they just seem to completely come out strong, and Mustaa was a little bit reeling from that. You got to do a little bit more to try to take advantage of it. Yep, and more than doubling their opponent in time and attack, but unfortunately for them, they weren't able to score. And yeah, and they're gonna have to kill a penalty, to start up the second period. So as you said, it could all be for naught if they do surrender that first goal, and they're gonna have to be playing catch up. So this is a really, really big penalty kill, and then from there, you got to figure out a way to get right back to what you were doing, because a good start's one thing, being able to put one in the back of the net is an entirely different thing. So the Blackjacks really got to dig deep here and try to find a little bit more space in the offensive zone to pull some of those shots away and get some of the looks that it seems like they're searching for, but they haven't quite found just yet.
As the second period gets underway, as always, the action brought to you by our friends at Kovalan Lockertzy. It is game number 3. It's quarterfinals matchup. A shot on, stopped by Costi. And we will continue on with this series until its conclusion here tonight. Blackjacks trying to make sure that doesn't happen within the next 2 games. 30 seconds left on the Mustaa power play. Launinen or Mise stuck on the backhand for now. Center feed to Launinen. Somehow can't take advantage of that open space on the backhand.
Oh, I can't believe that wasn't in the back of the net right there. Had all kinds of space on the glove side. I can't tell if he just didn't get the aim or thought the goaltender was going to overcorrect and sort of maybe went 5-hole or to the middle. Either way, nice save by Costi and successful kill by the Blackjacks as Tony is out of the box.
See if they can get the offense going. Tony stepping up, tried to put one on. That was blocked. Launinen gained the line, double team pressure, can't hold on to the puck. Psycho skills, his pass off the mark, access a dump and chase, and well, not too much of a chase there. That's up, Mustaa. Unfortunately, not able to time it. They're offside.
Yeah, a bit of a, I wouldn't even say miscommunication. I think Alupeka's just thought that extra pass wasn't going to go through. He started skating all the way in right there, and that's kind of been the story right here for Mustaa. Not the cleanest of break-in attempts, and they're definitely going to want to clean that up.
And a chance at a big save by Latve on Timothy. Didn't really have any sort of animation there. Just kind of stood in the way. Still made the stop.
Yeah, it worked out in the end, but that's what Mustaa has to be careful of, and Blackjacks have been finding ways to get that little bit of space on the rush all game so far, and if they continue to do that, I mean, eventually one of those chances, they might, gotta find the back of the net.
Tennessee throws one on. Ariam all there to take it away. Leads the counterattack. Numbers here. Mustaa, but Mise can't make the move. Timothy down the other way, gets the pickup. Tried to send it over to Villain. And another interception.
Sort of feel like we're waiting for this game to kind of take shape in a lot of ways. There's been some chances at either end, but really, for Mustaa, no really high danger.
Another shot block there. Aro trying to go to work on the forecheck. Timothy handled the pressure well. A little bit of trouble for Tony. I mean, intentional or not, a self-pass off the boards gave him the space he needed.
It's always calculated.
Is Timothy able to get the puck back into the attacking zone? Finds on Kuru, fires one on. Latve makes the save.
I like that decision right there from Angel Kuru. Just try to rip it on. He's in a pretty good spot. High slot, has some space, has the lane, might as well take it. But really good job by Timothy. Good patience on the boards there to just be able to delay a bit, buy some time, force the defenders to back off as well, and created that little bit of space for his team to get the opportunity.
Tony back to Villain, already halfway through this second period, still looking for the opening goal of this game. He save for Launinen and Tony. take him down. Here's Timothy. Big head of steam. Has options. Sends it in front. They score. Right place, right time. Angel Kuru in his first game of this postseason finds the opening goal.
And once again, the ease that the Blackjacks have had of getting that puck in, particularly on the rush, is the reason that goal happens. You know, the force pass in front right there, but it comes off of being able to beat the defender wide. You can tell he has a bit of like a half or a full step on his on the defensive counterpart right there, and then he sends that puck to the middle, kind of rattles around in between some skates and the pads of the goaltender Latve. Angel Kuru finds it on the doorstep, and the Blackjacks have a 1-0 lead.
6 minutes to go here in the second. They might not be done. Villain the chance. Dangerous one at that, but Latve makes the save.
Once again, finding a way to get that puck up, and the forward having a little bit of space. Mise and Yamal really need to kind of tighten up, and they've just been allowing a few too many forwards to skate by them.
See a buffered shot towards goal. Have another face-off here. 1-0 lead for the Blackjacks. Angel Kuru subbing in and getting a goal. A loose puck. Timothy able to recover. Sends it all the way down for Villain. Sends it across back to Timothy. Don't think he was expecting it. Timothy again, the loft in front. Nobody there but opposing jerseys. Space now for Aro, and a big save by Costi. We didn't get the best look at it. But anytime Aro's that close to the goal, you know it's got to be a big save to stop him.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great chance coming off of a brilliant saucer pass, just kind of feeding him up the middle, and finally Mustaa able to find a little bit of space and get a nice rush play.
Loose puck in front. No one unable to hold on. 2 minutes to go here in the second period. As Psycho Skills has space, and he's denied by Latve. Fires another pass in front that's intercepted. Still fighting for it. Timothy down low. Pass to Tony at the point. Kuru's there to help out. No force in front. Nobody home. More chance here. Noir Yamal looking. The one-timer blocked by his own man. Another chance also blocked. Some tough luck for Alopekas at the end of the period. But there is a lead for the Blackjacks at the end of 2.
Yeah, I mean, really, really good looks right there for Mustaa, but it hasn't quite, come to fruition for them just yet, and they haven't had enough chances in the offensive zone to really kind of find their groove. Blackjacks have been doing a pretty good job. That one pass up to Otto is really the only time they've allowed Mustaa to enter, or any of the skaters there to enter the zone with much speed, and that's kind of slowed down Mustaa a heck of a lot, and it's allowed the Blackjacks to counterattack with the speed that they want to, that we could tell they want to, because they've succeeded so many times, whether it's beating the defenders wide or being able to send someone up the middle. They've done it in a variety of different ways, and they continue to throw different looks at Mustaa, and that's what I think is making it hard on Mise and Yamal back there, and why they're not able to kind of really sort of clock where that attack is going to come from, because there's so many different looks on the rush coming from the Blackjacks, and that's a really good thing to have, especially when your puck retrieval has been as good as it is in the defensive zone for the Blackjacks, and also in the offensive zone. They've had great puck support. We saw it on the previous sequence. Tony got hit down. Angel Kuru was right there to pick it up and keep that cycle alive in the offensive zone.
Here we go. Third period underway. Kultaa need to find a response here, or we are guaranteed at least a 5th game in the series, which of course has been the standard so far. Launen and Nor Aro are able to hold on to that one. Yamal looking to step up to make something happen. Gets a shot on, stopped by Costi. For a goalie that, again, had a save percentage in the 60s. Only gotten 4 shots on him.
He's been up to the task so far, but what a pickoff on that last play by Mise. That would have been deadly if Villain had been able to just attack with speed right there. But Mise did a great job of getting in that lane, playing good recovery defense, and that's what Mustaa need right now. They have to slow down the counterattack of the Blackjacks.
Face off. Here's Aro trying to break through. Defense able to cover him. Well, it's always a bit of a factor. Major mentioned it on Monday, but of course, whenever you're playing a team like the Blackjacks, you might have some server differences, of course. But they're the road team in this one, so Mustaa don't have that excuse to fall back on. They just haven't been able to find that breakthrough.
Yeah, and it's a little curious given the fact of how, how those first 2 games kind of went, where we stand in the series, and this just seems like a completely different Blackjack squad. That being said, dangerous bounce.
There's Aro, wanted the toe drag shot. Still got a chance on goal. Now Mise at the point, back for Launinen. Lupekas wanted to go to the point, picked off by Timothy. Kuru looking, can't get that shot off. Now Aro, the one-timer blocker save is likely going wide regardless. 2 more chances here for Mustaa. You can see them getting way more aggressive in the attacking zone. Launinen, his pass intercepted. The attacking zone. Timothy tries to go down the boards. Almost there to take it away. Here's Alupekas with speed. Great opportunity. And a great save by Kosti. Their best chance of the game and a great individual effort.
Yeah, that was amazing from Alupekas right there. And even better save by Kosti, but he absolutely walks Tony right there with that little bit of a LT or L2 into the middle right there. And you can definitely tell Tony was thinking he's trying to beat him wide, and he just has that little hesitation move getting into the middle. Not the, the strongest shot that he maybe could have got, but he did have the other defender closing on him. Excellent time to pull the trigger. Still nearly beats Kosti, as it looked like he was trying to squeak through the pads right there, but it reaches back, smothers it. But yeah, Mustaa to have gotten very aggressive here in this period, particularly on the forecheck, and it's starting to work out for them. They're forcing some turnovers, they're getting some secondary looks, and that's what you need here. We are almost midway through the third, but they do only need 1 goal.
The pass for Villain a little bit off the mark. Sets up Mustaa down the other way. Battle for the puck. Mise able to come up with it. Sends it across for Aro. Another save. Good opportunity there. Ooh, not able to get that shot on goal. Line. Mustaa 7 minutes left now. Got to try to find a goal. Alupekas can't get that puck. Working with Malaria Mall here, trying to find space. Launinen into the corner, sends it in front for Aro. Just couldn't tap it home. Shot blocked by Anho Kuru. That one sauced on goal, paddled aside by Latve. Villain for Kuru, tries to drive. Find back in the net on that attempt. 3.5 minutes to go. On angle, one-timer. That one stopped by Kosti as well.
Another good save. Mustaa pushing, but they are running out of time, and we can tell the more they're stretching the game out, it is giving some Blackjacks some opportunity to counterattack, but they definitely seem to be more concerned about just trying to get that puck out and deep, which is the correct call right here.
Draw. Tony with a big head of steam down the other way. He's denied. Latve another save. Alupekas had a chance there, just couldn't get it to the forehand. Final 90 seconds in this game. As the Blackjacks down the other way. Villain Timothy down low. Angel Kuru tries to get that shot on, blocked. Tony, the interception off the bounce. Here's Timothy. Ends it low as they continue to try to wind down the clock here in the final moments, and doing a good job of it. As Alupekas back to the forehand. Wanted Aro. Another pick off by Psycho Skills. However, they're going to ice this puck with 28 seconds left. How aggressive will Mustaa to be?
I don't think I see the goaltender coming out. So, yeah, they're going to stick to 5-on-5. Maybe questionable, but, you know, they have been playing pretty good here and getting some good chances. But, yeah, that's probably the reason they didn't want to pull them. They do end up losing the draw.
As Loudon, they do get it back, though. Aro not able to find anything. They're going to send it down again. Foot race for the puck that they'll win. 15 seconds left, gentlemen. Now's kind of the time to pull the goalie, but they're not going to do it. Okay. Fair enough. The conservative approach, as we so often see in regards to pulling the goalie. I don't understand it. That extra attacker may have helped to keep the puck in. They do get it back now with 6 seconds. A penalty called here with 4 seconds. For the love of God, boys, pull the goalie, please. There's 4 seconds left. It'd be 6-on-4. Mathematics here. I'm begging you. I'm begging you.
At the end of the day, though, that's a good penalty to take by Tony right there.
It was. It was. Yay! They did it. Logic reigns supreme. Look at this. 6-on-4 for 4 seconds. Angel Kuru wins the draw cleanly, though. And that will do it. The Blackjacks are back in this series, winning game 3 on the road by a 1-0 scoreline. A very surprising result here, to say the least.
I mean, we mentioned it in the pregame. Angel Kuru is going to be a big, talking factor in this one, and he ended up being tremendous. He got the only goal for the Blackjacks, and at the end there, won 3 straight defensive zone draws to really kind of limit the possible chances that Mustaa could have. I mean, that's just incredible job. Exactly what you want from a centerman. Exactly what you want from someone jumping in. You want them to make some kind of an impact. And he made the biggest impact he possibly could of the game-winning goal, and then just great defensive face-off wins. And my goodness, I didn't realize just how close that last that one was going in. Was that the I believe that was the auto breakaway right there. It was Costi just getting the glove on it and keeping that one out. But it's exactly what Blackjacks needed. And for Mustaa, it was a lackluster start that kind of just carried over into the rest of the game. They got some more chances at the end there. You see, they caught up in the stats wise, but I got to say the first 2 periods from them weren't overly impressive, and the Blackjacks just kind of rode their hot start to victory after they got that goal. They continued to try to attack on the counter, but the main thing is they continued their very stellar defensive play, particularly in the neutral zone, and Mustaa just had a tough time breaking it down throughout the entirety of that game. They had a bit more luck in that third period, but sometimes even if it's only 1 goal, it can be hard. And, those first 2 periods may kind of come back to haunt them, but we'll have to see how they bounce back in this next game.
We have ourselves a series here after all. It's now a 2-1 scoreline for Mustaa. Game 4 coming up in just a few moments. Stick with us.
Minkä päällä lakukastike maistuu parhaalta? Ei voi tietää, ellei kokeile. Kouvolan lakritsi.
Gray is in this one for the Blackjacks into the attacking zone early on. As Kuru tries to pick a corner. Ariamal looking to find some space here. Strong opening. 7.5 minutes here for the Blackjacks. 1 shot to show for it, though. There's to have to weave his way through. As Alupekas pass off the mark. Loudon tried. Face off, win the odd angle 1 time. Or Mise stuck on the backhand for now. Feed the Loudon in somehow can't take.
Great for Mustaa. Not the cleanest of break-in attempts, and they're definitely going to want to clean that up.
And a chance and a big save. Take him down. Here's see. Big head of steam, has options, sets it in front, they score.
Defender wide, you can tell he has a bit of like a half or a full step on his on the defensive counterpart right there, and then he sends that puck to the middle.
Second period. Psycho skills, has space, and he's denied. Force in front, nobody home. Chance here, Mario looking. One-timer blocked by his own man. Another.
And this just seems like a completely different blackjack squad. That being said, dangerous bounce.
Zaro on the co-drag shot. Zaro, the one-timer blocker save. It's likely going wide. Mind. Net on that attempt. 3.5 minutes to go. On angle, one-timer. That one stopped by. Draw Tony with a big head of steam down the other way. He's denied. In this series, winning game 3 on the road by a 1-0 scoreline.
Minkä päällä lakukastike maistuu parhaalta? Ei voi tietää, ellei kokeile. Kouvolan lakritsi.
All right, everybody, we are back. As you can see, the teams have taken to the ice for game number 4 in this best-of-7 series. The Blackjacks, fresh off of their 1-0 victory in game number 3, looking to double it up here to tie up this series. And all of a sudden, something we barely even got to talk about. I mean, an impressive performance for the Blackjacks across the board. Frosty going from a 60% save percentage to not allowing a goal. Pretty much everything went right for the Blackjacks in that one.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they played a fantastic game and really came out of the gate strong, and then, weathered the storm at times, but really, Mustaa Kultaa didn't get a whole lot of dangerous chances. I counted maybe 2 high quality, A-grade chances throughout the game. Couple one-timer looks, some were blocked, some hit teammates. They just didn't quite have their wheels under them. They definitely have to get off to a better start in this one.
As Launinen scores, how's that for a better start? Off the post and in on the short side. And Mustaa Kultaa take the lead early on here in game 4.
Yeah, the thing I like the most about that is he shot the puck. Maybe in the last game he would have tried to, put a pass right there. He has a defender creeping in for a one-timer, a couple other options around the slot, but he opts instead to just rip that himself, test the short side. It goes off the bar and in. And just like that, Mustaa Kultaa jump out to a 1-0 lead.
As Villain takes a big hit at the line on Hokuru on a net drive. One kept out by Latve. Early lead here for Mustaa Kultaa after being shut out in game number 3. Alopakas over the line, avoids Tony. Aro's pass, nobody home. Are able to recover and work it back to the point. Misei shot, scores! Deflected in front by Launinen. A hot start for the center. And Mustaa Kultaa have a 2-0 lead here in the first period.
Completely different mindset in this game. That's what we're seeing right here. Just taking shots. You saw it from Launinen a bit ago. Love this from, I believe that was Misei back there, just ripping that shot, coming off the boards with it, getting the lane, and then quickly just wristing it on net. Not even slap shot, not looking at a pass first. One thing on his mind, that's getting that on goal. Launinen in front, deflecting that one home. That's exactly what Mustaa Kultaa needed. Just in general, in comparison to last game, they're maybe trying to find the perfect play a little bit too much. This one, they've simplified, and they've got 2 goals early on from it off 2 shots.
Dump and chase here. They recover on the back of the net. You say D scores! Nuwari Yamal joins in on the fun, and Mustaa Kultaa are running away with it here in the first period.
Just unbelievable. 3 shots, 3 goals. Yeah, we're going to see an early timeout coming on the side of Blackjacks. They've got to just slow things down, try to right the ship here. They're just taken completely off guard by what Mustaa Kultaa is doing right now, and it's exactly what Mustaa Kultaa needed to do. Just quick shots, not waiting around too much to try to find that perfect play. I mean, that's just 3 opportunities where they just made the simplest play possible. And, the first one, Launinen picking the corner, doesn't force it. The second one, Misei just wristing it on goal. And then that one, simple pass, wide open point guy, and he just rips that one on. And Kosti, after that great shutout in the, game 3, the first game of today's broadcast, he has just been beat on every single shot, and it's hard to really blame him for any of those either.
As Villain for Tony. Have their work cut out for them. They're on the board. A wild start to game number 4 as Angel Kuru makes it 2 goals in 2 games, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, continuing the impact play that he's had, carrying over from that game 3. Very, very good job by him right there. He just kind of waits a little bit. He knows he has time. He knows he has space. And you can see right here the move by Latve a little too much to the short side. He thought for sure that shot was coming. Didn't want to get beat as he saw his counterpart Kosti getting beat a little bit ago. But that opens up Angel Kuru on the far side. He puts that one home. And for now, the Blackjacks have stopped the bleeding.
6 shots, 4 goals combined. And we're just over the halfway point of the period. Shot from the point, blocked down. This might be a North American broadcaster's dream. Just shots, shots, and more shots. As Villain had to find psycho skills. Guru dumps it down to the corner for Timothy. Psycho skills again. From Angel Kuru, big kick save by Latve. I suppose if you're a Sharks fan, it would be Sharks. Is that right, Zach?
God.
The best
Don't
goal
remind me of
song
that.
never was. Imagine Macklin Celebrini scoring goals, and that's
Nope.
what you hear.
Nope.
Oh, what? Yes, it'd be a beautiful era. They'd be higher up than 31st. As Lukaku's not able to get over the line. 3 minutes left in the opening frame. A 3-1 lead. As Tony for Villain. See down low, tries to cut in front. Defense is there. Lukaku's cutting in, fires one that's deflected wide. For his sake, I hope it's deflected wide.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that could be the miss of the season. 40 seconds now. Mustaa in possession. One more chance. Try and make something happen. Good poke check at the line, but they get it back. One-timer for Aro. Good save by Kosti. A net drive. He makes the second. And freezes the puck with 1.9 to go.
Really like that play. I actually think that was a Yamal down low right there, doing that spin off of the boards. And then just trying to tuck that one in on the backhand. Kosti wasn't fooled, though.
And just under 2 seconds left in the period here. Ball's going to be dealing with an injury. We'll see if the intermission wipes that out. And look at this. Some extra bit of aggressiveness, pulling the goalie with 2 seconds to go. Face-off win. Shot is blocked. Well, what a start for Mustaa. It was 3-0. They do get a goal back, them being the Blackjacks down by 2 heading in the second period.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about, how important it was in the last game for the Blackjacks to get off to the hot start. They didn't. They weren't able to capitalize, but they did get the W at the end of the day, and this is exactly what Mustaa needed, just be able to get themselves on the board, and they did it in great fashion, just simple plays, and they did it so quickly, and that's exactly what the doctor ordered on the side of Mustaa, who didn't score a goal in the last game, looked to be maybe overthinking it on the offensive side of things, and this time it almost seems like it's just no thought. It's like, all right, you got the puck in a good position, make a simple player shoot it, and that's exactly what we saw. Launanen picking the corner, him getting a deflection off of a shot from the point by Mise, and then Mise passing it over to a wide open Yamal, who's able to bury it, and that's what you need to see. That's what you need to do when you bounce back, or in an attempt to bounce back, I should say, from a game like you had in the first one, where they just simply couldn't get the offense going, and we're surrendering a whole lot of kind of rush chances on the other side to the Blackjacks, whose wingers were continuously able to beat Mise and Yamal wide again and again, and even sometimes up the middle here. But this game, it's been a night and day difference so far for Mustaa, and they need to continue that. Continue the same sort of play that they've displayed so far into the second and third period to close this one out.
Second period underway as always. The action brought to you by our friends at Kovalon Lockertzy. Game number 4 This quarterfinal matchup, a 2-goal lead for Mustaa heading into this period of play after it was a 1-0 shutout victory for the Blackjacks in Game 3 to get their first win of the series. Very high press here from the Blackjacks. Kultaa not able to gain the zone cleanly. Blackjacks will get back going under attack here, but well, from a hot start to the back half of the third period, and even now here in the second, settling in. Neutral zone trap back and forth. Aro does find its way over to Alupakis, trying to get down low, unable to do so. As Tennessee, his pass, maybe not to where he wanted it to go. Ooh, for Villain a shot on. And Latve makes the save.
Yeah, like what we're seeing for Blackjacks, they're not really waiting to crank the aggressiveness up. They're forward checking, high, and they're forward checking often, and that's really what you got to do to kind of bounce back. They got that one goal, to cut into the deficit, and now here they're really in, very aggressive attack mode.
Practice over the line, can't find the pass. Tony, the cutback, and again, neither team able to establish much. There's going to be a penalty called here, though, on the Blackjacks. As Misei's pass is intercepted, and this is perhaps the opening both of these teams were looking for. Tony heads to the box.
Yeah, trip right there. As you see, they're just trying to break that one out. Kind of a interesting play right there. I understand that mentality from Tony for sure. You never want to take a penalty that far away, but the aggressiveness has been getting them some chances so far. Unfortunate that he takes a trip right there, and it's going to be a big kill. They did good in the last game, but this one's not going to be split up over 2 periods.
Face off here. Is Mustaa in control. Misei able to find Alupakis in the corner. Aro back to the point. Gets it down low one more time. We're gonna look for here. Psycho Skills able to break that up. Timothy able to clear. Villain gonna have a chance to play this one, and just interrupted by Misei. There by Tennessee, 30 seconds left on the man advantage. Misei keeps it in, finds Alupakis. Aro across. Good save from Costi. Puck is cleared, and that will do it. Alupakis centering feed, and again, company home on that one.
Yeah, pretty solid kill from the Blackjacks, and Mr. Kultaa, I think, kind of reverted to wanting to get some. Oh, that one fortunate.
Blackjacks wanted the centering feed, and they're reverting back to what they were looking for a lot in Game 3, and it didn't work then, and it's not really working now.
Yeah, that's exactly the point I was going to make, Doogie.
Oh. As man, Timothy clips the post. It's just, I don't know. It's an interesting strategy, you want to call it that, and I don't know. It's not working here against the Blackjacks. They know what to look out for. That shot fired wide, up and out of play by Misei, but with respect to the Blackjacks as the 6th seed, do you think, if you're a team like Mustaa that a lot of people see potential in, and rightfully so, if you're reverting back to your preferred strategy and it's not working against the Blackjacks, what are you going to do if you run into a team like Parasite or, of course, Voight and Matone's already in the Final Four as well? Do you think it's going to work against them if it's not working against the Blackjacks here?
Yeah, it's definitely a good point to kind of bring up. Yeah, you do have the lead right here, but you keep letting the team kind of creep back in and start taking control of the game, as seemingly the Blackjacks are beginning to do. You open up the door for some danger.
As Launen in control. Fires one on. Stopped by Costi. They score. maybe, just maybe, the broadcasters can see things in a different light. And, well, Sin, I think we were proven right on that one. Pucks on net. Good things can happen. And Mustaa restore their 3-goal lead.
Yeah, once again, just simple play. Launinen gets himself into a little bit of space, takes the shot, but most importantly, he follows the shot up. And that's what you have to do right there. Picks up his own rebound, goes 5-hole, beats Kosti, and the 3-goal lead has been restored for Mustaa.
90 seconds to play here in the second. Blackjacks are going to have to dig deep. Rest of this game, they get the goal right back for the second time. The 3-goal lead does not hold for long as Villain finds the back of the nets. And the lead is again down to 2.
Wow. I mean, talk about responses right here. Blackjacks at least be able to get some of those. And once again, being able to beat the defender wide right there. Not the cleanest cross crease that we've ever seen, but oftentimes they're not going to be because teams look to defend against that. You see them still go through because teams know if you throw them there, there's a whole lot of fortuitous bounces that they could take right here. So good job by Blackjacks. Just continuing to kind of hang in there.
30 seconds left in this period. And a goalie disconnect is what that reads as. With a few seconds left in the period. So we'll see how the two teams decide to handle that. We were going to, and we still will have the third period coming up here shortly, but not as quickly as we were hoping. So again, a disconnect there will force us into a brief, unexpected intermission, at least while we communicate with the teams and get everything set up and they get things back underway. Again, Mustaa, 2-goal lead heading into the third. We'll see if they can hold it and push the Blackjacks to the brink of elimination. We'll be back in a few moments. Stick with us. Would it be a broadcast without at least one disconnect? I mean, come on, it's got to be at least one. We'll be right back.
Minkä päällä lakukastike maistuu parhaalta? Ei voi tietää, ellei kokeile. Kouvolan lakritsi. makukastike maistuu parhaalta. Ei voi tietää, ellei kokeile. Kouvolan lakritsi.
And we are back, everybody, and ready. Get things underway. Well, it says first period, but it will be the third period. They were all right with the runoff, and see things continue here. A 4-2 lead for Mustaa Kultaa. We'll see. They can hold on to it, and again, take a 3-1 series lead into game number 5.
Yeah, it's always interesting seeing how a disconnect and a reset's going to affect both teams.
Mariamal tried to go back down for Aro. That puck nearly in front. Anho Kuru able to at least get it out of traffic. Or Launen won it back. Tony can't find the pass. Over the line, the Blackjacks. A short side attempt for Villain. Good save for Latve.
Yeah, you can kind of see Mustaa Kultaa really sort of playing it safe right there. Yamal could have easily stepped up, grabbed that loose puck right there, and wouldn't really had too much to contend with. Wasn't a 50-50 or anything, but opted just to kind of hang back, let his forwards get back into position rather than trying to push the issue and keep it into the offensive zone here, as we have another offside here. Face-off coming in the neutral zone, but so far, Mustaa Kultaa doing what they need to do, just letting that kind of time tick off in the safest place possible. They've been in the offensive zone for a good portion of this third period so far.
Shot there, and another. Saved by Latve. One more chance here. Psycho Skills trying to get the angle to spin. The one-timer deflected just wide. And a chance from Tony. Full pressure here. One bounces. Alupek is able to win it back. Crucial win at that. He dumps it into the corner. Offside call here.
Yeah, it's just a smart play from Alupeka's right there. Knew with the pressure and him trying to just skate that out of danger is not going to have the stamina to really make anything happen. Rather than try to protect the puck and maybe risk that turnover, just kind of puts it into the corner, getting a little bit of stamina back for him and his team.
Timothy tries the short side. Another stop for Latve.
I like the mentality, though, from the Blackjacks. They get it in the zone. They're just kind of ripping it. They're testing the short side. They're testing everything, looking for rebounds. That's what you kind of have to do here. You're down by 2. Time is your enemy. And they've got 5 shots so far here in this third period.
Die up. See, double deflection chance there. Latve is still able to keep it out. They got full pressure again, but they're not going to be able to hold on to it. Uru fires one on. 7 shots to nothing in the first half of, again, what is the third period upon the restart here. Loud in it. Close call there for sure.
Yeah, and that's just great pressure from Blackjacks. Really in all 3 zones. Another neutral zone interception. They're right back into the offensive zone.
Angel Kuru in possession. 7.5 minutes to go. Aro for Alupekos. Able to dump it in. Aro gets it back. Held in at the point. This one awkward bounce. Psycho Skills plays it out fast. 6 minutes left now. Blackjacks need 2. Villain nearly able to find 1. Still in front. Launinen takes it away. They get the drop. Nisei. Villain not doing us much of a favor here camera-wise, unfortunately. There's Alupekos. Down low. 4 minutes left. Again, the Blackjacks need 2, or they will be facing elimination in Game 5. swings at the puck. Mise able to find it. And sent out again.
Really kind of smart plays by Mustaa to killing time down low, just getting the puck out when they're in danger.
Azaro, big head of steam. Good job by Tony to break it up. They're not going to have that slower minute. They are running out of time. Timothy wins it back. They need shots here. Not able to get one on. Good pickoff, but we hit the final 10 seconds. Mustaa 0 shots on goal upon the restart in what is the third period, but the lead is able to hold. They win this game and are 1 win away from the second round.
Yeah, just a solid third period out of them. I kind of really liked what they did. Their decision making when they had the puck, you know, they were buying time, looking for clean breakouts. If they couldn't quite get that, oftentimes they were just trying, you know, just chipping it out. And that was a good thing because, you know, a bit earlier, Blackjacks were forcing a lot of turnovers with their aggression on the forecheck here. And that's exactly what they needed to do. And Mustaa did what they needed to do. When they had that puck in the offensive zone, with a couple minutes left, they just kind of held it down low, got a bit of a cycle going, didn't risk any kind of fancy pass or any, higher danger pass to the point. They just, tried to just kill off the time, playing for their goaltender. No shots, as we mentioned, but they didn't quite need one, and they're able to secure the victory at the end of the day. And for the Blackjacks, it's a steep hill to climb. Obviously they got that one win, but the fact of the matter is, they only got one goal in that game. It was their defense and goaltending that kind of shut the door, and maybe Mustaa's unwillingness to sort of shoot the puck and kept looking for that perfect play. And in that game, that was all about Mustaa just making the simple plays happen. All 4 of those goals coming off of a very simple decision making, and that's what they're going to have to do here in this game number 5 to close things out, I think.
1 win away from Mustaa making it to the final 4. We'll see if they can close out the series. Our first 2 quarterfinals have all ended in 5 games. We'll see if the trend continues. We'll be right back. Game 5 coming up.
Minkä päällä lakukastike maistuu parhaalta? Ei voi tietää, ellei kokeile. Kouvolan lakritsi.
After a better start, off the post and in, up. Back to the point, Ise, shot, scores. Ise, D scores. Have their work cut out for them. They're on the board. A wild start to game number 4. Working here against the Blackjacks. They know what to look out for. That shot fired wide. Fires across. Off the Costi, they score. Indeed. Rest of this game, they get the goal right back for the second time. Made by Latve. One more chance here. Psycho Skills trying to get the angle to spin. The one-timer deflected. Timothy tries the short side. Another stop for Latve. Like the minute count, Psycho Skills plays it out fast. 6 minutes left now. Blackjacks need 2. Villain nearly able to find 1. Still in front.
Minkä päällä lakukastike maistuu parhaalta? Ei voi tietää, ellei kokeile. Kouvolan lakritsi.
And we are back, everybody, and perhaps last time on this broadcast. It is game number 5. Mustaa Kultaa looking to end this series if they can get the victory here. And Sin, I mean, it would be a big win, not only for Mustaa Kultaa, but from a near historical context as well when we talk about the Elite Division playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and as we were talking about a little bit in Discord, and as Brandon B. Major pointed out, you know, they would be taking on Totarit, which would mean a completely new team in the finals for the first time since, I believe, 2022, when it was Sawo coming in. And, well, you and I got to see that live in the summer in Finland.
That we did. That was the, if I'm not mistaken, H-Reds up 3-0.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was 3-0. Sabo forced game 7, and then there was that crazy rocket goal.
Yeah.
That nearly decided things, if not did decide things. I mean, you're talking about something almost 3 years ago now, so details can be a little bit fuzzy. But, yeah, I mean, and hey, that Sawo team, you know, ended up branching off essentially into Tunnel Vision. And we saw the run that they would go on in the aftermath of that, right? Of course, taking the big stage at Assembly for the World Final and the Elite Division Final as well, which, again, we'll be right back there. And, well, again, we'll see which two teams take to the big stage in roughly a month's time. Clean win here for Mustaa Kultaa. Puck in danger. Backhand thrown on. That one kept out as well. So the line on Kuru tries the short side. And these two teams have gone to the well of getting pucks on net. Good things have happened. Aro denied on the one-timer. They've been looking for those types of opportunities. And few and far between, and even when they get those high-quality chances, well, they don't always go in.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Kosti has been tremendous at stopping all of those one-timers right there. A saucer pass won't find its connection there, and that will go for icing, so Blackjacks will get the offensive zone draw, but a couple early chances on for both of these two teams. I've really liked Angel Kuru's game throughout this in these couple games so far. He's just been making really simple plays, winning key draws. Another one right there gives him a great chance off the D-to-D one-timer, but Latve makes the save.
Have a face-off in the attacking zone for the Blackjacks. Again, it is win or your season is over. Scramble for the puck. Good stick lift by Mise. Space, Timothy for Tony stepping in. Down low for Villain. Tony's still trying to get back to his feet. Walk along the half wall on Hell. Kuru short side. Good stop by Latve. As down the other way. Kept in. Tennessee tries the big play. Played well there by Latve.
Yeah, under pressure right there. Just makes a simple pass off to the corner with a skater bearing down on him.
Shot stopped by Kosti. Good look there on the other side.
Yeah, really great rush play right there. Aro kicking it to the middle. Launen getting a little bit of space, but didn't have too many different places to go for it right there. Kosti, good job holding that short side there and making the save.
As Timothy not able to hold on. Run off the skates. Oni over the line, drops back for Kuru. Alapeka's there to fight for it. Couldn't get the pickup. That's up on Kuru down the other way. Villain, don't think was expecting to get it. Takes a couple of swings at the puck. Good block there by Aro.
Yeah, it was a tremendous read on that drop pass by Alupeka's right there. Nearly was able to get going the other way, but good recovery play by Angel Kuru to stop that.
Clean win here. Passed a little bit off the mark. Timothy will win the race for it. Wanted the wraparound. Had to pull the trigger a little bit too early. Approach the final minute here. First period, game number 5. For our opening goal. Villain in the corner. Loudon back. Waria Mall. One more chance for Loudon, perhaps taken away. And that will do it for the first period. We do not find the breakthrough goal compared to 4 goals in the first period of game 4.
Yeah, not as crazy exciting, but probably how both teams, well, at least on the side of the Blackjacks, probably how they kind of wanted a little bit more of a controlled start right there. And, for Mustaa, we have seen them kind of, taking a few shots here and there. They've looked for those higher danger ones too, but they're not really forcing them as they have at times or at other times throughout the course of this series, which is a good thing. We want, they definitely need to play mix. If they want those high quality opportunities, you're going to have to open them up by sometimes just taking some shots and things like that. But the Blackjacks have had the majority of the pace of play, as you can tell right there from the numbers, leading the time on attack by 2 minutes. They've been forechecking well, but most importantly, Angel Kuru has been winning faceoffs, and he's been doing that really throughout the entirety of this series right now. And he just continues to do that, and his offensive zone play is great too. He's often just going to rip a shot on if he's got one in a good position, making some pretty smart passes here and there. Occasionally tries to look for those higher danger ones, but his mentality is just oftentimes, getting to those dirty areas, taking some shots when he's got space, and he continues to be the standout for me when you're looking at the Blackjacks offense.
Second period, underway for all of 14 seconds before the offside. As always, though, the action, once it continues, is brought to you by our friends at Kovalan Lockerty. Again, game number 5 of this quarterfinals matchup. Mustaa 1 win away from joining Totarit and Voitimaton in our final 4. Here's Loudon, a bit of space and a big stop by Costi. As tomorrow, we will have the final quarterfinal matchup wrapped up. It will be number 1 seed Parasite. We're up 2-0 on our 8th seed in Goons. Slightly earlier start time for that one. More details at the end of the broadcast here, but we are that much closer to finding out who our final 4 will be.
Yeah, getting to the exciting times here when things break down. I love that we're covering, so much more playoffs of that we have in previous seasons. Well, we did so last season as well, but the new format's great.
Yeah, it is nice to not have to wonder what's happening on a different broadcast or anything like that. There we go, over the line. Villain drops for Timothy. Backhand Villain on the backhand, working with psycho skills here. That's a good poke check by Aro. He's in. Can psycho skills catch him? He can't. He scores. And Aro gives Mustaa the 1-0 lead on the opening goal of this game.
Great job by Mustaa right there to jump on that loose puck in the counter attack, and great job by Otto, able to get the speed going that he needed to have either side as an option there. Kosti's been great so far on the break, as we can see right there, as man trying to catch up to him, but his poke isn't in time, and there's just too much space right there, and he's able to get to that forehand. You can see how desperate, I think it was Tony back there, trying to cut off one of those sides to give his goaltender an easier save to make. He just didn't quite have the wheels, and Otto buries it. 1-0 for Mustaa.
Aro and Alupakas have looked for that type of opportunity on the counterattack all night long. They do finally find their breakthrough there. As Blackjacks have had a tendency in this series to get some quick responses. But they can do so here. You see the one-timer took a deflection, but Latve still able to make the save.
Off to a good start, trying to get that response. They get right into the offensive zone, set things up, get a nice shot out of it. Won't be a shot on goal, I don't think, unless it actually bounced on goal after hitting the defender, or at least off his pads. But either way, I mean, that's just a great start right here. They got to continue it.
With an injury there, we'll see what happens. How that affects things, but 1-0 lead still intact for Mustaa. Clean win for Launinen on the draw. Quick out for Alupekas. A little bit of space to work with. Aro tried the cut. Defense was there. Issei's shot. That one tipped just wide. Now the Blackjacks back in control. Villain on that left-hand side. Cuts back. Tried to send it low. Issei's there for the pick. Mustaa to lose their chance for a speedy counterattack. Launinen tries the drop back. Timothy there to take it away. Skills up to Timothy. Head of steam through the seam. Spin and a big glove save. Ambitious effort from Timothy. Better stop by Latve.
Yeah, beautiful job by Timothy. No real support right there. Says, I'll just do it myself. Great spin move. Puts himself in a nice position to get that shot away, but an even better save by Latve.
As trouble here that Mustaa will survive. We're halfway through this second period. Alupekas into the attacking zone. Cuts back. Forehand tries the short side. Kosti makes the save.
I like it, though. Another kind of just short side shot. Instead of trying to force that pass, you know, Mustaa definitely learned their lessons that they needed to from a bit earlier today.
Off the face off. Alta back to point. DDD one-timer. Good block. In front took some of it off. And what a save by Kosti. The previous chance, losing the speed, the rebound. Well, he got all of it. But I'm more talking about Kosti in terms of that glove save. Big stop there for the Blackjacks.
Absolutely huge right there. That's Aro front and center, getting that puck in a very dangerous spot. He makes the adjustment needed to get the glove on it.
A low shot, handled well again by Kosti. Launinen towards goal. And Mustaa going back to that willingness to get pucks on net. Psycho Skills trying to hold on to it. Gets it back on the half wall. Now Timothy tries to float one to him in front. Back in possession here. Have to be careful though. You can see the Blackjacks being a bit more aggressive. Here's Aro. Bit of space to work with. Cuts in. Draws the trip as he got the shot off. That one stopped again by Kosti. But the delayed penalty here. Issei throws one on. Paddled away. And it will be a Mustaa power play in the final moments of this second period.
And I was just going to say they're going to have the full pressure as well, but I think we're going to see that timeout coming from the Blackjacks here. They definitely need some stamina, and you definitely don't want to start a PK with full pressure on you either, because that you're just going to have no stamina whatsoever, and it's going to be so tough to get those pucks out of danger. So probably a smart call right here. Now they just need to kill this off. You go down 2-0 here, second period, your job becomes a whole lot tougher.
Another look here at the trip. Big cut. Draws the call. Great effort. Tony heading to the box yet again. Discipline little bit difficult for him to maintain, but it's tough when you have the counterattacking speed. A Mustaa Kultaa possesses. Clean face-off win. Quick one-timer. That one stopped on the short side. And Angel Kuru does a good job of dumping it in. Villain. Job controlling here. Killing some crucial time. Able to hold on to it. Santa Launanen poked away. Here's Aro. Launanen up to Mise at the point. Forehand. Mariamal one-timer. Another good save by Costi. Stopped 11 of 12 shots faced in this game. Final 7 seconds. Pick off here for Villain. The chance, the save by Latve. He was all over that one.
Yeah, not going to risk throwing that one out either to try to kill off the penalty. But yeah, for the Mustaa Kultaa power play, it seems like they really want to get Alupeka set up for those one-timers. That's the second time they use that set play off of the draw. They did it a bit earlier in the series on the penalty power play. And then again, they got him set up in the zone for another one-time look. But Kosti, as he's done throughout the entirety of this, hasn't surrendered one of those one-time goals there. So he's done a really, really good job of trying to shut that down. But overall, pretty decent power play for Mustaa Kultaa, unable to capitalize, and Blackjack got a chance going back the other way shorthanded.
One more look at the breakthrough goal from Aro. Jest catching Costi off of that post. We're going to look here at some of the numbers there, Sin.
Yeah, this is it's a tough situation to be in if you're the Blackjacks. It is only one goal, but the more time that kind of ticks away, you're going to have to start taking a few more risks here and there. They've had good, zone time, but they haven't gotten the same amount of shots. We've seen Mustaa Kultaa, that mentality, has completely shifted since that first game, really. I mean, there's a couple spots in game 4 where they kind of reverted back to maybe being a bit too fancy, but in this game, they're really just making the smart plays over and over again. And in an elimination setting, that's what you need to do. You want to be the better team, you got to make those simple plays here, and they're short-handed again. Or was the guy just, no, yeah, they're short-handed again. Oh, no, sorry. It is a period.
It carried over barely.
Yeah, it disappeared at the end of the period, and I thought
all good. We are back to 5-on-5, but this is, of course, the last period of play that the Blackjacks are guaranteed to have this season. If they want to continue on, they have to earn it. We're down 1-0 here. Mustaa Kultaa on the verge of becoming our third semifinalists. Shot block there again will determine the final member of the Final Four tomorrow as number 1 seed Parasite. We're up 2-0 on our 8th seed in Goons. They will be finishing up their series right here on SportsGamer. Offside call here with a few minutes gone in the period, and all or nothing again here for the Blackjacks.
Yeah, this is where you just got to throw everything at the wall. I've really liked their forecheck all throughout the course of this series. Really going to have to find something here.
Villain in control. Up for long, Launanen for Aro. They work to get over the line. Good pick off. Disrupts Aro for the moment. Tried the short side. Psycho Skills there to interrupt it. That shot blocked by Timothy. And a shot there from Villain. Out of the way. Reception there from Aro. Wisely brings it back to his own zone to let the team reset. Launanen able to find Alupeka. He's through. He had him on the backhand. Whoa. Not sure if it caught a bit of the goalie's equipment or if it was poked away.
I think I saw the poke check come through. What a back check.
Cody for Timothy. Phenomenal save by Latve. Full pressure here for the Blackjacks off of that one. As Kuru's shot, loose puck kicked out to the corner. Tremendous chances here for the Blackjacks. They win it back again. Timothy across, broken up. Aro still can't clear. Timothy for psycho skills. Good block by Nuari Amal. Still in the zone. Shot from Angel Kuru. And Misei's there to recover the rebound. And at least chips it back to the neutral zone. Tony for Timothy. Poked away at the last minute. Win it back. Psycho skills. Evades the pressure. One-timer from Tony. Kicked out. Once again by Latve. Timothy to Tony. Back to Timothy in front. Nearly some friendly fire from Nuari Amal. Angel Kuru for Villain. Another big stop. Latve standing on his head. Relentless pressure from the Blackjacks with their season on the line.
Absolutely unreal saves coming out from Latve, but the valiant effort from Blackjacks trying to tie this game up.
4 minutes left. Aro on the breakaway. Scores! Out of nowhere, he's all alone. The second time in the game, Mustaa Kultaa survived the scare, and they're up by 2.
Oh, and that's just a heartbreaking goal if you're Blackjack. So many A-grade opportunities at the other end, and this is what I'm talking about, the aggression. You have to go for it if you're the Blackjacks, and they went for it. Both defenders kind of entering the zone right there. The problem was they unfortunately couldn't get the puck, pick up the puck, kind of skitters behind them, and Aro off to the races, had all kinds of time and space right there, just waits out Costi, and it's 2-0 here with not a whole lot of time left.
3.5 minutes left for the Blackjacks to find a way to beat Latve, but they haven't been able to do so despite their best efforts. And man, what a heartbreak. They were doing so well, and then just out of nowhere, it almost caught me off guard how wide open Aro was. Like, he was gone before the red line.
Yeah, it sort of bounced off the puck. Both Tony and Psycho Skills went to enter the zone, and I think Psycho Skills thought he was going to be able to pick that puck up, and it just sort of went by him. It was just a seemingly kind of nothing play right there at the blue line, and unfortunately that nothing turned out to be a whole lot of something.
And here's Aro one more time to the corner. Just over 2 minutes left. Mustaa Kultaa on the verge of becoming our third semifinalist. Timothy gets it towards the front, and Latve is able to cover.
Good news is they do have that full slower minute here. Important face-off in the offensive zone. If they could find a way, we've seen a lot of set plays in the past from the Blackjacks with this different lineup. We haven't seen too many, but if Angel Kuru can win this, if they have something up their sleeve, it's now time to pull it out and give themselves, just that 1 goal margin with the slower minute.
Make the most of it here. Aro trying to find a little bit of space. Continues to carry. Alupekas in control. Bouncing puck. Aro's onside. Takes it around the back of the net. Not sure if he tried to shoot or if that was intentional.
I want to say that was intentional. I think he's just trying to kill a few more seconds.
I wouldn't put it past him, with what he's able to do. One-timer from Tony. Puck kicked out at the last moment by Latve. Aro into the corner. 18 seconds remain. A phenomenal goaltending display. Looks like it will be enough as Latve covers to propel Mustaa Kultaa into the semifinals. As just an unbelievable game here. Only 13 saves, but the quality of those saves, absolutely outstanding.
Especially in this third period. I mean, it's just been big save after big save, several one-timers, multiple secondary chances, and that last one too, completely out of position with that puck bouncing around in the slot, able to slide back and kick it out again off of the next shot. Just what a goaltending performance there, and I think that's what that timeout was about, getting the stamina back, wanting to play for their goaltender here, for his stats, because he's just rewarded them with tremendous play, and they will be able to do it.
off the back of their star man Aro and their lights out goaltender in Latvia, Mustaa Kultaa head to the Final Four, and a showdown likely with Totarit, unless Goons pull off a massive upset tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you kind of wouldn't put it past Goons, the kind of season that they've had, but Parasite just has seemed to be on another level throughout, you know, the course of this season. But what a performance there by Latvia. I mean, Blackjacks may have had their best offensive performance of at least this broadcast in that third period, and sometimes you just run into a hot goaltender, the worst possible time to run into one, but Latvia was simply unreal in that one. Look at that one, extending the pad out, getting to it. And I hope we're going to get to see a few more of this, but there's that breakaway that Aro had, just so hard for Costa to be able to read that all the way, because he just had all kinds of time and space to do what he wanted to do with the puck here. And yeah, it's tough. Tough way to end it for the Blackjacks when they just did so good trying to get that one tied up there. And unfortunately, we got that fun visual glitch, so we can't see the box scores too well, but good gracious, what a goaltending performance that we just witnessed from Latvia in that third period.
Again, a big result for Mustaa Kultaa. They are off to the semifinals. Of course, I mentioned it is likely to be Totarit. Time will tell. If it's not, they would still be taking on a team in Voitamaton at the very least. So they have their work cut out for them in the second round, regardless. They're in the semifinal round. It is technically the second round in the Elite Division, but they are going to be more than happy to be there. And Sin, that is our third straight quarterfinal to end with a 4-1 series scoreline.
Yeah, kind of crazy, but oh man, just how exciting was that third period though? I'm still kind of can't get over the saves that we saw out a lot, baby. Yeah, it's been tremendous action so far in the quarterfinals. One more to go. But of course, we'll have the entire stage set for those semifinals. It's hard to see Parasite not finishing the job, but again, you never know. Crazier things have happened.
We'll be right back here tomorrow for the conclusion of our final quarterfinal again. And half an hour earlier start time instead of 19:45. We'll be live at 19:15 CET. That is 1:15 p.m. Eastern. For those of you on the North American side of things, I'll be right here with B Major on the call as Parasite, fresh off of a dominant regular season, to say the least, look to end Goons season. But again, despite a 2-0 scoreline at times, those first two games, played over a week ago now, we're a little bit closer than you might expect. So we'll see what happens as we wrap up the quarterfinal round tomorrow. For now, that brings things to a close here. Again, for Sin and myself, we want to thank you all for joining us here, and we hope to see you back here tomorrow as we wrap up the quarterfinal round. Thank you so much for watching. SportsGamer.gg, as always, for the most up-to-date information. We'll see you tomorrow.
Minkä päällä lakukastike maistuu parhaalta? Ei voi tietää, ellei kokeile. Kouvolan lakritsi.
Have the road grays in this one for the Blackjacks into the attacking zone early on. Uru tries to pick a corner, second. Find some space here. Strong opening. 1.5 minutes here for the Blackjacks. One shot to show for it, though. There's to have to leave his way through. Solid puck to pass off the mark. Lautinen tried. Face off, win the odd angle. One-timer. Stuck on the backhand for now. Beat the Lautinen somehow can't take.
Great for most of the goal, but not the cleanest of break-in attempts. And they're definitely going to want to clean that up.
Chance and a big save. Take him down. Here's Tennessee. Big head of Steve has options. It's the front. They score.
Defender wide. You can tell he has a bit of like a half or a full step on his on the defensive counterpart right there, and then he sends that puck to the
second period. Psycho Skills has space, and he's denied. his own man. Another
reason, this just seems like a completely different Blackjack squad. That being said, dangerous bounce.
Sorrow on the co-drag shot. Sorrow, one-timer blocker save. It's likely going wide. Blind. Back in the net on that attempt. 3.5 minutes to go. On angle one-timer. That one stopped by. Tony with a big head of steam down the other way. He's denied. This series, winning game 3 on the road by a 1-0 score. Loudon scores. How's that for a better start? Off the post and in. Up. We're able to recover and work it back to the point. He say shot scores. You say D scores. Have their work cut out for them. They're on the board. A wild start to game number 4. Thereby, you see 30 seconds left on the man advantage. Mise keeps it in, finds Alupaka. Sorrow. Cross. Nope, it's not working here. Against the Blackjacks, they know what to look out for. That shot fired wide. And then no control. Fires one on. Stopped by Costi. They score. Deep. Rest of this game, they get the goal right back for the second time. Saved by Latte. One more chance here. Psycho Skills trying to get the angle. Spin. One-timer deflected. Timothy tries the short side. Another stop for Latte. They like them enough. Psycho Skills plays it out fast. 6 minutes left now. Blackjacks need 2. Villain nearly able to find 1. Still in front. Final and the Elite Division final as well, which again, we'll be right back there.
These couple games so far, he's just been making really simple plays. Min and Key draws another one right there. Gives them a great chance off the D-to-D.
Mario Mall, one more chance for Loudon and perhaps taken away. That will do it for the first period. We do not avoid Tomatone in our final 4. Here's Loudon, a bit of space and a big stop by Costi. Aro, he's in. Can Psycho Skills catch him? He can. He scores. And Aro gives Mustaa. Timothy head of steam through the seam. Spin and a big glove save. Ambitious effort from Tip. Alupaka to the attacking zone. Comes back forehand. Tries the short side. Also back to point. One-timer, good block. Took some of it off, and what a save! Issei throws one on, paddled away, and it will be a Mustaa power play. A Mustaa possesses. Clean face-off win. Quick one-timer. That one stopped on the short side. Down and in, up to Issei at the point. Forehand. Mario one-timer, another good save. Off 11 of 12 shots faced in this game. Final 7 seconds. Pick off here for Villain. The chance to save. Loudon able to find Alupaka. He's through. He had him on the back. Poke away.
I think I saw the poke check come through. On the back check.
Only for Timothy. Phenomenal save. Aro still can't clear. Timothy for Psycho Skills. Good block by Nuaria Mall. Still in the zone. 4 minutes left. Aro on the breakaway. Scores! I wouldn't put it past him. You know, what he's able to do. One-timer from Tony. Look, clock kicked out. A phenomenal goaltending display. Looks like it will be enough of their star man Aro and their lights out goaltender in Latte. Mustaa Kultaa head to the final 4 and a showdown likely with Coterie. Let's